stand, 'cause we are Detection Man. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Turn it to the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Turn it to the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Turn it to the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Turn it to the tech shamans. Cool.
Good morning, everyone.
No, I don't. Not today. I do not have the earpiece. Hey, everybody! Happy New Year!
I tried to say hello.
Happy
but...
Tech Year!
Oh, dollar in the jar. Dollar in the jar.
Oh, dollar in the jar.
Let's.
Fupa.
Fupa? Oh my God! No.
Cool.
There we go.
We're on air.
Now we're on the air.
We're on the air.
Now we're here. Now we know we can talk to you because we had no idea before.
Now it tells us.
Yep,
We're on the air.
that's that. And then some kind of alarm has gone off. So hi, everybody. Happy New Year.
Good New Year?
Did you tech last year?
Nope.
Did you?
Not at all.
That's funny.
Nope.
We celebrate the British New Year.
Of course you do.
That comes through at 7 p.m., so by 8 o'clock we're in bed sound asleep. So
I sound asleep.
I love time zones. Thank you, yeah. It's a lot safer. You go out to dinner, you go home, you go to bed. And yet you don't feel like you missed anything because of the internet. I mean, where are you going to watch anything anyway, right? You're going to go on TV or on the internet. You're going to pull it up. Just watch London. Doesn't have to be New York. Who cares? Okay, just watch London.
Like my kids when they're playing games on different servers because they're Japanese servers and they can get it faster or sooner or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The joy of the VPN.
Everybody Happy New Year at like 10 o'clock, I think it was.
Yes, that's when you're hit.
Everybody's like, it's not New Year yet. And I said, it is for me.
It is for me. Yeah, because you're on like Nova Scotia New Year.
That's right. I'm about this.
That's the thing. I mean, it's like what the hell is between England and New York? I mean, you got like Reykjavik New Year, you know? I mean, there's nothing in there. So just go ahead, use London. It's a prime meridian anyway. Be done with it.
Prime meridian.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was asleep by 10.
I know I was.
I had to drive. So New Year's Day, we took the RV because it needed a shakedown because it gets new stuff done to it.
Yeah.
So I did not tech. I drove. I drove the New Year's Day.
You drove the day away.
Yeah.
So I'm driving my life away.
Almost.
So.
That tells you what John's going to be doing for the rest of the year. On-site location.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. It was, did you do any Tekken this weekend?
I played a little Tekken.
No Tekken at all. I don't think I have Tekken anymore.
That was me.
Yeah.
Just speaking poorly.
No, I didn't. I drove the RV.
I did. I got an Oculus, and I ended up beating the Star Wars game and having to move up to the next level now.
Let's talk about this real quick. I love all these guys that says, well, I sat and I beat the game. Did you beat the game on the ultra hard mode?
Don't do that.
Because if you didn't beat it on ultra hard mode, you didn't beat it.
It's okay. I completed the scenarios.
There you go.
All right. I don't know. I don't think it was on easy. I think it was on normal. I don't know where it was set. I just walked in and started and played. Okay, this is not my thing. And I got to the end, it's like, and there's credits. Okay, I'm sorry. It's like, did you see the movie? Yeah, I saw Lord of the Rings. No. Did you see the extended director's cut? Have you seen Blade Runner? Well, yeah, I saw. No. Have you seen the director Blue Black XL edition? You know what I mean? It's like, no, I've still seen Blade Runner.
You know how you answered that? Yep.
I still saved R2 and 3PO from, whatever the thing person was in the thing.
A little too hard too at the beginning, like Ninja Gate. Forget about it.
Yeah.
You get part of the way through.
Nope.
You're like, you give it up. You just put it away and don't even.
No, Galaxy's Edge starts you in easily, and then ramps you up. Same thing. Gloomhaven as a board game is horrendous to get into. So they came up with something called like Claws of the Lion or something. It's just a small starter kit. that really teaches you step by step how to get into the game. So then you can go buy the $150 version and open it and play.
Yeah.
But you can't do it with, just out of the box. Forget it. You'll never play again. So, yeah, kind of the same thing.
Never play again ever. Well, actually, you know what? I guess just watch TV. Is that teching?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, wait. Did you use a remote?
Oh, multiple remotes.
Okay, well, there you have it. We actually have...
In my brain!
Yeah.
Through my RFID chip.
No, you receive it through your Cat 6 wire.
Cat 6.
That was a joke we had going earlier.
I actually caught up on, let's see, I got all of Witcher, all of Wheel of Time, all of Cursed, all of, I even went and watched the Harry Potter thing.
I watched the first half of that, and I really did enjoy it. You know what else? What I watched this weekend was fun. And I thought it was much better than a lot of the other things I've seen. And that was the Hawkeye.
I finished that one too.
I thought Hawkeye was pretty damn good. I mean, it was a real character study, and that was nice. It was nice to see somebody going through trauma and just the whole personal arc of the character, rather than just, here's smash bang violence, kill people, yay, we won.
Yay.
Yeah.
I can't believe they killed off Kingpin.
Do we really know that happened, or did he grab that gun and flip it around?
No, that's
we pulled it off screen.
The
gun was fired off screen.
Well, it was Christmas. They didn't want to I mean, arrows bounced off his butt. So, yeah. I mean, not literally off his butt, but...
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
So, yeah.
I
don't know. It's very interesting. Here's the funniest thing about this weekend.
If I don't laugh, you're in
I have
deep
my
trouble.
Camper. So we have the RV and the camper, and the camper was out on a rental, right? We could pick it up. It was at the nudist colony. Over in
Lutz.
Right? And the first, when we dropped it off, it wasn't so bad. There was some dudes walking around Turtle City, blah blah blah, right? Right. Went over there yesterday to pick it up, and it was Boob City in Vajaja.
Unfortunately,
City.
They were still men, but
no tech, but
no tech.
My poor wife, she endured the delivery. I went and picked it up by myself. So, but anyway. But that's not teching. So let's jump into this first one. Tampa has been selected to test an electric plane boat hybrid.
Yes. This is an electric plane. It's basically got hydrofoils underneath that help it take off.
Is it
really
a
help it
drone
stabilize
or is it an actual pilot?
No, it's a plane. There's a pilot in the front. And the thing is, it's made for commercial flights. 180 miles per hour. I'm sorry, but this is so cool from a historical standpoint. Because a lot of people don't see, there's the hydrofoil for takeoff.
It'll stay on the water and hydrofoil across the water?
No, it'll lift off.
Oh, it will.
But it needs the hydrofoils in order to stabilize.
Yeah.
Most pontoon boats can't lift off like this, okay? They have a real problem because if it's the slightest bit choppy, they have trouble with it. The hydrofoil cuts through the chop.
So it doesn't look to me like it's going to get very high, though.
Well, it's not supposed to. Okay, it's supposed to do basically puddle jumpers up and down the west coast to Florida. But here's the cool thing, guys. Here's the cool thing. The first commercial flight ever flown in the world was flown between Tampa and St. Pete 100 some odd years ago.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So it's just so appropriate that the first electric commercial flights would now be from Tampa.
Oh, it's all electric?
Yeah, it's all electric. That's the point.
That's why I can't get very high and go very far.
Yeah, the battery's got to weigh it.
Well, but it will get up to 180 miles per hour, so you can coast all the way to St. Pete.
For about 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you can coast to St. Pete. And I think
we're landing
and I'll bet it's got solar panels on top too.
We may not make it to the dock.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Something like this would be really cool to get down, like Tampa to the Key West.
Yeah.
And back.
Exactly, and that's what they want to do. They want to run stuff up and down the coast.
If it would make it that far.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the question: is will it make it that far?
Yeah, I mean it's a puddle jumper, so range is a question. But aside from that, I just love the historical, homage to the fact that the first commercial airline flight was between Tampa and St. Pete.
It's all fun and games until it flies over somebody's boat and chops off heads as it's going by.
Downside of that is.
I mean, look at those blades.
What?
I mean,
Yeah, but you know what?
You ain't wrong.
No. They're drone blades. They'll just snap. You know?
Oh, great.
rubberized. They're just like they collapse on themselves.
A trip to
they
Key
just
West.
shatter.
A trip to Key
Yeah.
West would take about an hour and 10 minutes in a sea glider.
There you go.
They call it a sea glide.
Oh, you know what? That makes a lot of sense because you get up high enough, you can glide the rest of you. You only got to power yourself halfway. Okay, because this thing, has the ability to just glide for long distances. While if there's solar panels on the roof, and I think there are, then
Show that
it can
video again,
recharge
Rob.
while
Those
it's
lithium
gliding.
batteries probably weigh that thing down so much that would be like a sinker out there.
Yeah, I wonder how many people you can actually take. Because if you can only, you can only probably take about 10 or
6 or 8
15,
people, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that thing
Yeah.
would be booked solid.
Oh yeah. Well, how many would there be is the question.
And what's the recharge time on it?
Yeah. It depends on how many wires you have plugging into it.
It probably has solar panels on top.
Salt water and electric. Not a great combination.
Oh, boy.
Unless you're making, energy out of the salt water, then we have some options here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I like that
talking
idea.
about hydrogen.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
So fun. Yeah, this is a pretty cool piece.
Or does it really fly on 6 propellers and the other 2 are wind turbines to charge the battery as it goes down?
I'm gonna hit you so hard.
Perpetual energy, folks.
Yeah, that's right. That's all you need.
Wouldn't that not work?
It would definitely charge the batteries.
There you go.
And it would drain them faster than it would charge them just running those 2 propellers. That's the problem.
No, wind turbine. So as it goes along.
I know.
Basically,
No,
he's
they
saying,
still
get up
provide
to
resistance.
altitude, cut the engines and glide down climb up like a giant A.
No.
Yep.
No,
Cut
listen.
the engines
Look,
and just glide down and charge.
So if it runs on the say if you look at the picture again, on the headshot, right? Look, the 6, the 3 on each side on the outside, those are
John,
propellers.
The wind will be pushing them backwards and then thus discharging them.
No, stop. Then you
He's
flip
right.
it around.
He's
no,
right.
you flip the
No,
and then become turbines.
No, because, and
You
I'll
guys just
say it again.
poo-poo my
No, it doesn't
ideas.
work because
Just
it
like
takes,
poo-pooing my ideas.
It takes
You're party
energy.
poo-pooers.
Okay, you're getting energy from those propellers, right?
No.
Yes, you are.
Well, yes.
Yes, that's your whole point. You're getting energy from the
Yes.
propellers, which means those propellers have to take energy to move them. It takes the other 3 blades pushing those propellers through the air, and they have to push harder in order to move those 2 harder than those 2 can actually recover the electricity.
know.
So it'll cost
Well,
them
then
energy.
you know what? They need to make better and more
You
efficient.
can't make it more than 100% efficient. That's the problem.
Technology they want, and it's not going to do any good until they change technology of the batteries.
You are absolutely correct, and it also won't do any good until they repeal the law against perpetual motion.
Repeal that law.
They need to repeal
Free
that
perpetual
law.
motion.
Free energy,
Free
man.
energy. Free
Yeah,
energy.
you know what? It's an oil company.
It's kind of a
conspiracy.
cool thing, though.
It is. I love it. I love the idea of an electric plane flying
It's
around
gonna be neat.
up and down the coast.
Neato.
And it's right
gonna be
outside Tampa. Once again, Tampa is leapfrogging ahead
No, they're not.
with technology. No, nationwide, we're doing very well right here.
Yeah.
We are doing very well.
Are we going to at least see this next one? Are we going to at least see pictures? Please see it.
Yes.
I love pictures.
Okay, so we're going to talk
Okay.
about the top, 11 popular products that are turning 50 years old in 2022.
Yeah,
I think this is kind of cool.
I love
And this
this
is normal.
stuff.
This is not tech, but I think this is going to.
Some of it is tech.
And
They're
the
just
very
turning
first
50?
thing, right? Atari's Pong, we're going to be is 1972 is when it came out.
Pong is 50 years old.
Wow.
That is crazy.
So I've been playing this my whole life.
You know,
Yep,
I
pretty much.
swear it was older than that.
I did too. I'm like, Pong's been around
Damn young
forever, but it
kids.
really is.
Yeah.
You
it's-
know?
Nope.
It
It's
was already out when I was a kid, so I guess, oh man.
I loved Pong. I am
Yep.
the greatest at Pong.
Now, I found something out here that blew my mind as we go down the list.
Okay, so number
Okay.
2 is Boggle.
Boggle the game.
It boggles my mind that it's.
Wow.
No, I can't believe Boggle's that old.
I thought it was
I thought it was
older.
like an 80s game.
No, I thought it was older
I
than
thought
that.
Boggle was an 80s
Something's
game.
beeping over
Because
there.
I never saw it. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, never even heard of it. Mm-hmm. And it didn't. For us, it didn't show up till the 80s at Toys R Us.
No, I played this when I was 10 or 11 years old.
Yeah.
Miss Toys
Well,
R Us.
you know, you lived in the big city.
No, I did not.
I know you didn't.
I lived in Mississippi, in Georgia, in Alabama, Tennessee,
Now-
and in the rural areas.
This
Now,
one gets me.
Bottle caps.
Yeah, not like actual caps on bottles, but
No, the candy,
bottle
bottle
caps.
caps.
Yeah, the candy.
The candy. I
And-
love bottle caps too.
Yeah, this
Especially
was
the Coca-Cola ones.
Willy
Most people
Wonka
don't
body-
like those. I love the Coca-Cola ones.
They hit theaters in 1971. Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, and so that I remember.
Now, this one I have never heard of ever in my life. I don't even know what it is Canfield's Diet Chocolate Fudge Soda.
All right, just scratch that from the list. That doesn't make any sense.
Where do you
I've
find
never
this
seen that.
crap?
I do remember having chocolate soda, and it was pretty gross. It was just pretty gross.
So there's this weekend, we were coming back from the other coast, and we stopped in Lakeland to go to BD Mongolian Grill in downtown Lakeland Center. It's a little circle, and it's really kind of cool, right? And there was this thing called Fizzies or something like that. You could actually get old candy, and I have a pile of it over,
Yep,
and old
yep, yep.
sodas that you've never heard of. I'm going to go. I'm
RC
gonna call
Cola,
them.
man. RC Cola. I used to love RC because there were prizes in the
John's
caps.
gonna be like, if they don't
Yes.
carry it,
yes,
it never existed.
yes.
John's gonna be like, if they don't carry it, it never existed.
So now
The next one's a surprise.
yeah, Honda Civic. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought
it was like right after they invented dirt, you know. But
Right.
no, apparently the Civic is only 50 years old.
We still don't
Only-
think
It's
it's
got a
a
little
sports car,
staying
but-
power.
still not a sports car yet.
Yeah, still not a sports car.
It competed with the Pinto.
Yeah, except
yeah.
it didn't blow up when you hit it in the rear end, you know.
Oh, only a few Pintos did that.
Just enough to, you know. Actually, a lot more Pintos blew up when you hit them in the butt end than there were razor blades or needles ever found in apples at Halloween.
Probably.
No, there was zero. That was a
I'm
myth.
about to throw some nostalgia at you.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember the Yugo?
Oh, yeah, of course. Do you remember the Saturday Night Live spoof on the Yugo they did called the Adobe?
No.
Oh, my God, it was hilarious.
Oh, it was made of mud.
It was made of mud,
mud,
so that if you
yeah.
got hit, you could just patch it yourself, you know?
Right. This next one is kind of cool. The jet ski.
Yep. Speaking of electric flights over Tampa,
I thought the jet ski didn't come out until the 80s.
again, I thought 80s, 90s. No. Jet skis was born in 72.
Kawasaki.
Yeah, and the Sea-Doo, okay, was the first one, and then Kawasaki came out and called it the jet ski, and they won the branding name. Okay, I mean, you got Sea-Doo, which is based on Ski-Doo, which was the brand name of, for those of us who grew up north, our winter mode of transportation
correct.
all over hell and high water. Okay,
Snowmobiles.
and they were much better than Bobcats, okay, and Panthers, which were very heavy in the butt end. You didn't want to drive those.
you sunk.
They were cooler looking. They were black.
But you sunk.
Yeah, but you
real
sunk.
quick.
This surprised me.
Okay, the Magnavox Odyssey.
Yes.
Not Atari.
Nope. The Odyssey.
So they sold the
this
first
is the
gaming
console
console.
we had at home when I was a kid. Atari came out with Pong, and this game had all kinds of cool stuff. What made this one really different was it had appliques that went on your TV screen. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so it would just put up lights underneath, but there would be like a haunted house, and you'd have to shoot the ghosts in the windows.
Shoot the ghost.
And
Is this Duck Hunt?
No.
Okay.
That was much later. That was way too complicated for this system. But it had all kinds of stuff. There was a Western shootout. You had to shoot all the guys in the windows.
remember that.
Yeah, but again, you had the plastic overlay that went on your screen, and it wasn't like a piece of plastic. It was the film that static clung.
Cling.
Hey,
Yep.
Yep.
It's not like you didn't have enough of that on the TV, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the next
yep.
one is good old McDonald's in their McMuffin.
Yep. The egg
It does
McMuffin.
not look like that anymore.
No, it never actually, I don't think, looked like that. But, yep, that is the artist's conception of what the Egg McMuffin was supposed to be when it was being sold to
Oh my
consumers.
gosh, I do remember this. Here's something that's largely forgotten about the early. It was served open-faced with a side of strawberry jelly.
yes. It was.
I do remember
wasn't it
that.
in two
Yes.
separate,
Yeah.
Sides.
Wow. Yes.
That's when,
Sweet and
yes.
that's when
salty.
we didn't give a crap about foam or turtles.
Nah, we had all. I mean, that foam was everywhere.
Oh my God. I mean, when I was a kid before the littering laws, I didn't know that the median wasn't supposed to be white.
Yes, McDonald's.
I mean, we drove across
McDonald's
country,
foam.
and there was no grass in the median. It was a sea of white
Foam.
food
The
wrappers.
Big Macs
It
were
was
in a
foam,
foam.
paper, foam, everything, just white.
Big Macs.
It was
were in foam,
incredible.
remember? They used
Yep.
to keep the stuff apart.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That way the sandwich wouldn't be soggy.
Wouldn't get soggy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Same
that's
thing
right.
with the quarter pounder.
Now they just don't care. They just put a layer of fat.
It's all good.
They just seal it with plastic. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's propylene glycol. Leave it alone.
Oh, it's antifreeze.
Now, this next one is Dr. Pepper. I mean, Mr.
Oh,
Pibb.
no,
Mr.
Mr.
Pibb.
Pibb.
Get it right.
Yep. This was them, you know, Coke trying to compete with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And so they came up with Mr. Pibb.
But the original
and
name was Peppo.
Peppo. I can't imagine how that made it through the attorneys. Wow.
I cannot really drink Dr. Pepper, and you know the reason why is back in the day. You ever rode in a Greyhound bus? Mm-hmm. And you always notice how they have a weird smell in the bathroom.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the way Dr. Pepper smells and tastes to me.
Well, see, I drink Dr. Pepper, and I'm proud. I'm part of an original crowd. And if you look around these days, you'll seem to see a Dr. Pepper craze.
I am not
Oh, I'm a
drinking toilet
pepper, he's a
Yeah,
pepper,
I
she's a
didn't-
pepper. Yeah, I've got the jingle in my head, and no, I never drank Dr. Pepper.
No, thank you.
Me neither.
Nope.
All right, this
Not
next
mine.
one is Popeyes. I remember
I
Popeyes
didn't
as a
know.
kid.
I remember
I
Popeyes,
didn't know
yeah.
Popeyes was that old.
Yeah. Now, Popeyes is that old. Of course, you know, their first location in Louisiana. Now, John, didn't you grow up in Louisiana or Alabama?
I lived there a little while.
Yeah, you lived there. So
I was a
yeah.
kid that was an Army brat, so we moved around a lot. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It took its name from Popeye Doyle, Gene Hackman's character in 1971's The
French
French Connection. No kidding. That's awesome.
All right, so this last
Here we
thing
go.
here, ready? Stovetop stuffing.
Damn.
Yep.
I love this. You know, we bet he'll choose stovetop stuffing. Most men do. Dude, as of today, I'll tear up a box of stovetop. There's no Christmas, there's no Thanksgiving if I don't have stovetop stuffing.
Well, there you have it.
I like to doctor mine up. I take some onions and green peppers and
It's
stuff.
already got it in it.
Well, I know, but I gotta season them up, and I just give it a little more.
Long as your base is stove, and
my base
with
is
me,
stovetop.
it's the stove. It's the chicken, because that was the original.
Yeah, chicken flavor.
Before they went to turkey and pork and
Yeah,
blah blah blah,
no,
or
no.
none.
It's always chicken.
It's always been
Always
chicken.
chicken. Yep.
Right. So there you go. There is 11 things that turns 50 this year that you never.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Oh, this is hilarious because what they're saying is 62% of husbands preferred the stuffing with their chicken. Well, what were they comparing it to? Well, we were also going to give them a bucket of axle grease. These were their two
probably.
choices. 62%, hold on, 38% of them chose axle grease. Who the hell are these guys?
Weird.
You know, I mean, they don't say what they were offering as an alternative to it. Boiled potatoes without anything on them? Or a plate of stuffing. Gee, I'll take the stuffing, thank you. Yeah, oh well. But advertising from the 70s was awesome.
Right.
I loved the whole percentages
Right.
that you'd get on everything.
Yep.
It was like, we found 4 dentists who said that they chewed gum. We asked a 5th one who didn't. 80% of dentists suggest you chew dentine.
Well, you know who made,
you know,
who made fun of that, right? Was an Anchorman.
Oh.
Remember Black Panther? It works 100% of the time, 80% of the time, or whatever it was. It was just convoluted. That's
Yes.
the way it was back then. So.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. So
Oh,
NASA.
that was fun.
So remember the satellite that NASA launched that's going to
Yep.
propel itself into a.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So sends back first photo from 2 million miles away. Now this is kind of funny. It's a starry sky.
It's a starry sky. I mean, that's all it sees. Okay, it is an incredibly boring photo. It's like because the article opens with this great screen, artist rendition.
Yes, artist
of
rendition
what you're kind of thinking. Oh my God, this looks so cool as they're flying out there. First of all, they're nowhere near the asteroid yet. But secondly, I mean, who'd be taking the picture at that point?
They launched this thing back in November. Why didn't it just open its eye then? It's not like it's going to waste any more energy doing it. I mean, just look. I mean, you know what? They're going to miss all that.
It is going to waste energy firing the message back. All th're doing is checking the camera now to make sure it works.
Solar power. Yeah, they wait 2 million miles. Oh crap! Turn it around. It doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. No, at least this one's working as opposed to the Webb telescope. That one there, I mean,
won't know
that's
for what, 3 months?
6 months.
6 months.
6 months whether that thing's going to work.
You know,
At least we know the camera works on this one.
they put a camera right on that bullet as it's getting closer to the asteroid, and you know they want to see that impact so they can see the crater coming up.
Right.
Right. And then that's the one clip they don't get. They get that first shot just before impact.
Right.
It goes down. They're like, no.
Well, fortunately, they got something really cool with that one, and that is they have a sub-satellite that once it gets there, the two split apart.
Yeah.
And you got a little, basically, drone camera floating around following it, tracking exactly what's happening. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's got a little GoPro strapped to its head.
GoPro.
Yep.
God have mercy. Pop-up ads are horrible.
Yes, they are.
It just sucks.
They're the bane of our existence.
Okay, so this next story.
Oh, my God.
There's absolutely nothing that can go wrong here.
No.
At all.
No.
So here we go. Ready? Chinese researchers build an AI prosecutor that can file charges by itself. Did we have a movie like this?
But apparently they were used as instruction manuals instead of warnings. Yeah, this is an interesting concept in that the AI is reading the police reports and deciding based on the police report what charges will be filed. The problem is it's happening in a country in which basically if you have charges filed, you're toast. And so at what point are the police report, now watch, because the second thing is going to be like video footage is being analyzed by AI and police reports are being written based on video footage now.
Yeah.
So now you've got, a full surveillance state which is deciding what the crimes are. The AI is then going out and prosecuting. And remember, your social credit score in this country monitors everything. So even if it's some minor infraction or something, you're not able to travel, you're not able to get a credit card, you're not able to get a phone, you're not able to do anything.
My AI has just been deputized.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, at this point, it has a law degree.
I don't see this going well.
No, not at all.
Well, in China, it works perfecly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's only one way, and it's the highway. So,
Yeah.
It's only going to lead to whatever they want it to be.
I was just talking about the surveillance side, but we do have AI that we are working on to make medical decisions, and they are more accurate with medical decisions than our doctors at this point. Although we're going, it's only 98% accurate. Well, doctors are only 82% accurate, damn it.
Right.
I mean, so you've got these, the AI able to make medical decisions. Who needs judges and juries?
So what do
Won't
they
the
do? They bring
AI
them
be
in?
able to just...
Don't they they bring him in, go, you're guilty. Oh, by the way, you're dead.
You're gonna
No, it'll be, by the way, you've been found. Yeah.
Bunch of AI, just
Yeah.
computers, laptops.
No, you don't get a jury of your peers. That's an us thing, not a them thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so, here you have the perfect opportunity to have a closed loop where the person is just deemed to be illegal. And they're deemed to be an outlaw by a full AI process. At which point, no human ever goes, wait, no, he raced into the street to save a kid, who was tripped in front of a bus. It's like, no, he disrupted traffic. He's guilty. And that's it. And so that's going to be the issue as this thing comes up, is will there ever be a system to hear the mitigating circumstances? And the more we push for accuracy in AI, the less opportunity there is for people to go, hang on a second.
Right.
Okay, he was actually getting chased down the street and got hit by a skateboard. So yeah, there you go.
Yep. Yeah, nothing
All
can
right.
go wrong.
Nope, nothing
go wrong. So this
Nothing
next
at
one
all.
is okay. So I'm going to preface this.
Wow.
I'm going to preface this by saying this: there, on social media platforms, there's no such thing as freedom of speech.
Right.
You are stuck to their platform. So what you're putting up there, if they don't like it, they can shut your butt down. So ready? So Twitter suspends media company after quoting congressman.
Yes.
So
Reporting the news
Well,
is getting
he just-
news organizations banned.
well,
This is a news organization
Tom Elliott's
that was
not
banned.
a news organization.
No, he runs the. No,
Tom Elliott's personal one got shut down, not his Gribben Media. Tom Elliott got shut down.
Okay.
Well, it says his company's account.
His company account
Next
was
level
shut
Twitter
down.
started my company. Oh, okay, my company's
Yeah.
account.
No, his company account was shut down because they reported what a congressman said.
Right.
They had the audacity to report what a congressman said, and that got them shut down.
Did that congressman's Twitter get shut down?
No, he didn't put it on Twitter.
Well,
so the only way to find his comments is to look through news organizations that are reporting it.
So tell me, who is Grabian Media?
Grabian Media. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's a media company. And
we're a media company.
Yes, you are. And imagine we are on here talking about Grabian Media and what they put on, and now you're banned because we're talking about Grabian Media. And we look at Marjorie Taylor Greene was just permanently banned from Twitter the next day.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yep.
That's funny. You just said that and it came up.
No, it came up, yeah. No, she was permanently banned from Twitter. And
he's still up.
He's probably just banned from posting.
Yeah, he can't post. Okay, yeah. So it's a bad situation when they are going meta. It's one thing, I don't agree with what they said, so therefore I am not going to allow them to be on my platform. But to go and say, I don't agree with media for broadcasting what a politician said, I mean, wow, that's a little much.
But the problem is, it's not free speech. It is their platform. If they don't like it, they can take it down. That's ultimately the bottom line.
It is a bottom line. As long as they are accepting Section 230 protection, though.
Are they?
Yes. Then they don't get to make the decision of what is or is not. That's the problem.
Then his lawsuit will hold up in court.
So they have to do A or B. You can't have it both ways, where you claim I get Section 230 protection because I don't censor.
Wow.
And then you go in and you censor.
Are there censored people the same as Facebook's and just
absolutely?
That's my opinion.
Well, that's their fact-checking is based on opinion.
That's what I'm saying.
And in this case, I mean, these people are being banned for quoting legit, honest, like CDC, FDA statistics on things. And that's what's getting them banned. Go ahead.
Let's make sure that we're clear on this.
Yes.
So on January 2nd, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal Twitter page was suspended for the similar reason. So she did get shut down for what she said.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you said she didn't.
No. They didn't. No, they quoted Biggs. Green is someone else.
Oh.
No, this is another sitting elected official who's now been banned. Okay, wow. So it is interesting stuff out there right now, and what I'm seeing is they are banning themselves into irrelevance. Because pretty soon people are going to be, you know what, we can only hear one thing when we go there.
They're from the West Coast.
And and so what we're going to see is either it's going to split,
right?
And people, and again, millions of people every day are going elsewhere to get their news.
Right.
There's a reason Newsmax is the fastest growing news service in the country. It's
you don't like Fox?
Fox is already out there. I said fastest growing, not the largest. And Newsmax is probably going to take them over. Because, again, Newsmax has, they've made some...
Gauntlets.
Damn. Yeah, I want to see it. Gauntlets. There you go.
Newsmax.
Yep.
Fox.
Yeah,
who's got the better looking host? That's all I want.
Newsmax is, I don't know, Sean Spicer's pretty hot. That's me saving my marriage.
Just saying, yeah.
All right.
Look, if that's a problem in your, that's a different show.
That's a joke.
All right, so so this next one is kind of funny. Is what chip shortage? Tesla post record fourth quarter and full year sales.
Didn't Elon say that they're going to start pulling some manufacturing of chips in house at one point?
One point in time he did. I think he wants to build it in Texas, right?
Yes. Yeah, he's already building his plant there.
Right.
And I mean, the thing is, it's not like it's a large volume of chips. I mean, selling 1 million computers is no big deal. That's what you're looking at here. But the fact of the matter is we have to look at these numbers in context. I was having a discussion with someone the other day about who has made more impact on the environment, okay? Traditional companies like Toyota with their Prius.
Impact?
good impact.
Okay.
Or Elon Musk with his Tesla high-end model, okay, high-end pricing model. And the fact of the matter is, I went and pulled the numbers, and in the same time period, Elon Musk sold now 300,000 Teslas. The Prius, which is arguably the most popular hybrid out there, okay, sold less than 30,000. He's selling 10 times as many pure electric vehicles as the most popular hybrid. So that's just extraordinary. I mean, the Volt, remember the Volt?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to remember it because they stopped production. It died.
No, it didn't die. They had to pull. They had a recall on a bunch of them, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they stopped making them. They haven't made them since 19.
Well, they had to pull.
Yeah.
The Volt
Yeah,
just
because
had
they're
that
running out
recall.
of the material to actually make the batteries and shit.
Yeah.
The batteries
So,
can be recalled to the
yeah,
original.
they don't make them anymore. But at the same time that they can't get the materials for theirs, Elon Musk is selling a million, well, almost 900 and change Teslas last year.
Can you remember not too long ago?
936,000.
When he was when they were talking about he was struggling to get to 5,000.
Yeah.
a year,
Yes.
and they were all bashing him and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And look at him now.
Now he's at 900,000 and they're bashing him because he didn't hit a million or something. You know, I mean, give me a break, okay? Everybody's always going to be PO'd about something.
Until they figure out how to not dig the earth up and leave these massive
Right.
gaping holes.
They
Yes.
just
Like
go ahead
coal.
and they go on
Yep.
to it.
At least coal goes underground.
Yeah.
They just mined us on the moon.
Yeah, mind the moon.
Asteroid mining. I'm working on it.
Asteroid.
You know,
You working on
just-
that?
It just makes sense.
I like Elon. He's an interesting cat.
He sure is.
So I put this one in here, and hopefully that you're gonna tell us a little more about this, because how to
Yeah.
make your Gmail account self-destruct and why you really should. Is this one of those things where they're gonna say, well, after so many days, this automatically gets deleted?
You said it to do that.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean they just need to have it so that way if there's so much inactivity at least, or there's got to be a way to go ahead and shut down your digital life when
Yes.
you.
I mean,
shut down.
there is nothing worse than getting a reminder from a dear friend who is deceased.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, it's their birthday today. Make sure you wish them a happy birthday.
That is the most.
Oh my
Frustrating
God!
thing to
And it's
see.
like, and the wife is not a techie, so she has no idea how to access his account and turn it off.
biggest thing
and it
that
just
I
keeps
see-
going.
This. I will tell you, this is the bit, and I'm glad like Apple decided to do the, leave a legacy type, to the phone to
Yeah.
the loved one to be able to access your devices.
Yeah.
When you pass.
Yeah.
This is great because I see it all too often. Somebody's left, no will or never
Yep.
planned for anything, and then they suddenly pass. They don't have their passwords laid out.
Yep.
They don't have all their different
Yeah.
logins.
You're sitting there propping up the corpse in front of the, Face ID, trying to get them in,
Yes. So
you cut
this-
off the fingers and save them so you can do the thumbprint on the old models.
just literally having the email open and receiving email is going to make Google think that, hey,
You're
it's
still active.
It needs to work both ways.
Yeah.
If it's receiving email, it's always going to receive email because everybody has
Everybody
that
gets
email
junk.
address and
Yes.
sends that out.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you're not responding, you're not doing anything in there.
Now-
it's time to start.
Now,
shutting
question, if you've got this thing set so that if it has inactivity, it doesn't make the email address go back into the pool and somebody else can buy it and then get all your emails, right?
Well, I would hope not.
Yeah,
that would be kind of.
that would be the only concern I would have is that I really don't need somebody, in 2 years going, oh my God, I finally found Anthony's email address. Let me send him an email and tell him where to get the money that that I'm wiring to him or whatever,
Truthfully, these digital records should probably stay open at least a good year or maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
After somebody passes, and only because if they have to go into probate and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
executors are still having to deal with a bunch of stuff, resetting passwords, finding things that they didn't know
That is the
that
big
were open
one.
at
Yeah.
point. Especially like It's
Yep.
the beginning of the year, somebody passes,
Yep.
and you don't get your records,
Yep.
sending you your, you had an investment account, you only get yearly
Right.
information on it. It'd take a whole year before you get that again.
Exactly.
And then they'll be
yeah.
like, oh,
yeah, you wouldn't even know it was out there.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure if it's most husbands, they don't want their wife or people going in and checking their emails anyway.
That's it.
Doesn't bother me.
Who is this? I'm gonna
Amy
dig
knows
your
all my
ass up.
passwords.
I'm digging your ass up. I'm gonna whoop
Yep.
your ass.
I'm gonna whoop your butt.
Nope, we're good.
If you were alive, I'd kill you.
Oh, this is hilarious.
AT&T, the classic break. Okay, so I didn't know Blackberries were still a thing.
Well, they're not, but they still function.
They kept the service up.
Yeah.
The server that's probably running virtually somewhere. It's probably on a little. It's probably on a little
Yeah.
handy, computer running
It's on
somewhere.
yeah.
A little
yeah.
virtual
I would
machine.
love for somebody to call and go, hey,
It's running
I
on a
still got my
Commodore
Blackberry.
64 somewhere.
I still got my Blackberry and it worked.
I have my
As of
Blackberry.
Today, it will not.
Hey, hang on a minute. No, you can still get your information and everything off of it, but you won't be able to dial out on it anymore.
No,
That's the big difference. No 911 calls. They're basically discontinuing that part of the platform.
It's running on an AWS somewhere in this like little corner of somebody's website.
There's a single blinking light on it. Beep.
It's a pixel, one single pixel. That's how big it is. That's all it needs for all the thousands of people that were still using it.
Yeah, for all 6.
6.
And it was funny because I pulled my BlackBerry out, and from 2011, 2012, before I got my first iPhone.
There's one up there, too.
Yeah, but my other one, my big one, and I plugged it in, and son of a gun, it came right back on, and all my emails from back then were still in it.
Blah, 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 blah.
And it was crazy because I found an email based on a Facebook sale, not Facebook, eBay sale I'd made of some medieval goblets that I had, and son of a bitch, if it wasn't to a friend I made years later, who's now friends with me on Facebook, and we see each other all the time, and yada yada. And I'm like, oh my God. And I said, Michael, did I sell you these goblets? And he looked, he goes, yeah, they're sitting right here on my counter. That was you? We had no idea until I found that ancient BlackBerry email that we'd actually dealt with each other previously. But, there you have it.
That's funny as hell.
So Blackberries are little tanks.
Right.
You just start populating.
Hey, dude, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Where you been?
Did you see?
Are you dead?
Okay, I'm sorry.
My
I'm sorry.
BlackBerry
There's a guy, he gets pulled over for speeding, and he's sitting there, and the cop comes up, he goes, do you know why I pulled you over? He goes, no, but I do know that we've been trying to get through to you about your extended car warranty.
Right? When are you going to update this? You haven't updated it in years.
Oh, my God.
That's too funny.
Oh, so there we go.
There you go. For all you Blackberries.
Yep. Your little tanks are not going to work anymore.
Okay, this one kind of weird. It kind of concerns me a little bit. So AT&T, Verizon, and Verizon CEOs rejected the FAA's request to delay 5G expansion schedule to start January 5th.
What weirds you out about it more than the fact that that this was coming, or that the Department of Transportation's like, oh, let's wait till the very last minute to say something about it.
That's what concerns me.
That's the most concerning thing. Oh, wait, we need 2 more weeks to figure out if it's going to crash a plane or not.
Right.
I mean, come on.
You've only had a year. I mean, how long? I know, but I mean, even if you look at that, it's like, really?
And I guess what it is the band, the wave band that
they purchased. Yes. Yeah.
They realized, oh, we sold it. Oh, we shouldn't have.
Yeah. They sold them They paid $70 billion for these 5G channels, and now they're like, oh, we may have. Here we have government efficiency. God, I want them running my health care.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, we have a kidney that matches. Oh, wait, no, you're gonna have to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, this was. I was reading this while I was sitting on the toilet, and I will tell you, this is a load of crap.
It is a load of crap.
He's doing the wait,
Okay, so
and I mean, it's like, no, you sold it to us. We have a contract. Get the hell out of our way. If you sold us the wrong stuff, go land your airplanes.
So
besides,
what is the true?
You're not flying in 2,000 or 3,000 a day anyway. You got the room.
What is the true reason you have to turn? They want you to turn your phones off at takeoff.
Because they were worried it was going to interfere with ship functions.
Before 5G.
No, before 5, no. That's what it was. They were worried it was going to interfere with the dashboard cockpit instruments.
And that's again, this is the same thing. They're worried that it's gonna mess with the.
No, great comparison because.
Very small electromagnetic field surrounding every electronic device. There's a 100 millionth chance that it can mess with navigation.
Yes.
Upon the navigation.
No one can hear you.
Upon the navigation going off, it will mess with the other ones in the air as well, as they all use it like a giant web to tell everyone they all are at the same time. If one goes down, they all go down simultaneously.
So
So in the off chance that it does happen, they're praying that you just don't do that. You can hear me. I know you can.
Yeah,
They're
we're
just
good.
hoping it doesn't happen.
I always thought the reason is they just didn't want to pay for everybody's broken phones, because when they take off, they push a little more juice out of their radars and stuff like that. That will just fry everything.
I never noticed that. And, Dylan's correct. Okay, anything, but I mean anything. Somebody gets on with a hearing aid. It's going to push a signal. Somebody gets on with a Walkman. It's going to push a signal. I know, Walkman. You want to talk about 50-year-old technology. Almost. So all of this is just, but now we're in a situation where, is it possible that these bandwidths that we've sold to these people aren't actually going to be able to function? And these people have built their whole business model around it. So now who are you going to sue if they go, oops, we shouldn't have done that? Okay, and so now guess who's on the line? Taxpayers.
Okay, I get it.
Yep.
So what do you think that's going to happen? It's going to be a fight? Government going to step in and go, yo, dog?
Well, because this is, we gave the government the authority to manage these airwaves for us, they will just turn the switch and say, no, you can't have it. And their 5G won't work. And that'll be that. They'll put out a jamming signal or some other such crap, which will also then, crash a lot of airplanes.
They'll put jamming devices around.
No, it'll crash all the airplanes. Sorry. And, unintended consequences are the one thing you can count on when you're dealing with the government. And it's just incredible, because here we are sitting here now.
Not going to disagree with you there.
No, they absolutely have tunnel vision. They being, the bureaucrats who are, they're paid to do a job instead of get a result. That's the problem. So here we have another great situation where they went ahead and did all their surveys and studies, and then after it was all said and done, somebody finally said, wait a minute. What if, did anybody think to say what if? No, nobody does. All right, next.
Ever. Well, the NASA's retiring top scientists say we can terraform Mars and maybe Venus too.
I could see Mars.
Yeah,
Venus is like...
Venus is probably going to be a lot more difficult.
Wow.
Mars, definitely.
Yeah, Mars is not that far off from where we are.
All they got to do is watch Total Recall.
Oh, yeah. Again, instruction manual, okay? It's right there.
Done, dude.
All you got to do is, break the glass. And then...
Just melt the ice. We got an atmosphere. We're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. And to do that, all we needed to do was drop some... what was it? We were going to radiate the poles. We're going to drop some nuclear bombs on the poles.
That's the one where they made it snow at the pole. Yeah.
Well, the robot they already have ice caps, No, these were the actual plans. They were actually planning on nuking the poles
we go in there
in order to melt the water.
We go melt the water and stuff and realize it's all frozen ammonia.
How can you do Venus?
That's what gets me, is the whole Venus thing. Now, what they did talk about was putting up an EM field, okay, a big electromagnetic field, a force field, per se.
Force field
with laser
beams.
And using that to block some of the sun's rays. Using that to deflect the radiation.
They did that in Highlander 3.
Yeah.
Remember he saved the Earth?
Yes, that was 2, actually.
2?
No, was that? Yeah, the quickening, which one that was. That was, we aren't going to talk about that.
Grab a giant asteroid, put it around the planet, and put it in a geostationary orbit.
So that you're always in the shade?
You're always in the shade.
Yeah, and then guess what?
Freeze it up.
Those really cool lights we were looking at earlier, they won't work. Those solar-powered lights in your backyard, those won't work. So what are you going to do?
You imagine like that little sliver, like, everybody's burning up on this side, everybody's frozen on this side.
Well, that's actually what it's like in space, unfortunately. But when you're on the planet, you don't have that issue because you do have radiation just coming from nearby. I mean, that's why we don't freeze to death as soon as we walk into the shade. There's tons of radiant heating going around, but you need someplace big enough. And this shield, apparently, the way they're designing it, could block enough energy that you could create and if you did enough of them, ultimately, you would terraform the planet. It would then have a different atmosphere and a different environment. Because one of the things they have there is they have like the worst case of greenhouse gas in the world. It's holding all of the heat, period. Now, we can't achieve that here on Earth. It just won't work. But the way they are set up, if they get this thing up, they get it cooled down, and then they work on, changing those chemicals out, boom, they could end up with a habitable planet.
And your transition glasses will no longer work.
That's it. It'll always be open. I'm going to jump.
Oh, I hate that when I get my car.
I'm going to jump the life insurance CEO because we're running out of time.
Yep.
Samsung's new TV remote uses radio waves from your router to stay charged. Tesla.
Oh, my God.
All I can say is Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. The dude's everywhere.
Dude, can I ask a question? How do these stay charged? Mine are always at 100%.
I don't know that this lasts forever.
There's no charge port, John.
There's 2 batteries in it. There's batteries.
There is?
On the inside, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because, I mean...
They do last a lot longer than they...
Yeah, because mine came in, they were at 100%. They've always been at 100%. I've used them for hours. They're at 100%. I'm like, are these things Wi-Fi charging? Is this magic? There you go. Look at that. It's one AA. And that's how you do it. It's a trick, okay? Pay no attention to that battery behind the cover.
So anyway, the Samsung's new TV remote uses radio wave charge.
That's different.
Okay, so that's going to be kind of cool. So it doesn't do it. No, it doesn't keep it. They would rather you charge it the right way over USB-C.
On occasion.
On occasion, but the remotes themselves
of
harvesting,
yes, and it just means that this whole time we've been frying our own brains in our house using Wi-Fi.
I knew that was coming.
I mean, it's perfect.
That's what it was.
Why not absorb
no wonder I feel so much more energized when I go home. I'm actually converting my Wi-Fi energy into kinetic energy. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Interestingly, this isn't very far off from the chips that they put on for inventory tracking.
RFIDs?
RFIDs, in which all you got to do is run by it with the right, radio frequency, and it powers up the chip. And you get your signal back telling you what is in the crate. And that's why you can pack, 100 items in a crate, and you don't have to open the crate to do the count.
It would just need enough to charge a small capacitor inside of the...
Exactly.
If the main battery dies, at least you could still turn the TV on.
Like in the studio, that's good because in the studio we put everything... Well, no, that's on the back of... Well, actually, we put everything on the back of the TVs.
Yeah.
So the TVs are on, they're receiving signal. Receiving signal means it's being charged.
Yeah, but anywhere you've got your Wi-Fi up, anywhere you've got electrical outlets or lights running, you're on.
TV.
I don't have, no.
My Alexa turns on my living room, which turns on my surround sound system and automatically turns on my TV. I can tell it to turn on my Xbox. It turns on everything. I tell Siri to turn off the TV. She does that too.
How does Alexa? We got to sit and talk. I don't know. I can't get my Alexa to do anything.
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 Do this. Nope, I don't want to do it.
No.
I even got one of the new round bally things.
Oh, yeah, the HomePods.
The Siri?
I love my HomePod.
No.
The HomePod? Oh,
No, the Alexa.
Oh, the Alexa round one, yeah.
Sale on Amazon. Oh, if you guys missed it, there was down to $80.
What?
Yeah. Oh, the HomePods are great. $20
off.
I end up arguing with mine more often than not because I'll be like in the kitchen and the HomePod in the living room will answer. I'm like, I'm just trying to set a timer for tea. We don't need to alert the whole house to it. Or I was in my office and I told my phone to set a reminder for 15 minutes, and the living room goes off, and I just hear a burst of laughter as it says, "We set your alarm for 3 a.m." What?
Real quick,
I mean,
this is my biggest issue with Apple right now.
Yeah.
Is when I set a timer on my watch, why can't it also be synced with every device, knowing that one timer, we have a timer running on your watch, and it has 3 minutes left. Every time I say,
I have no timer.
How much time
How
is
much
on my
time is
timer?
left?
I don't have a timer running.
Exactly.
What do you mean I don't have a timer running? I have a timer running on my watch. But
Yeah.
you're all connected to iCloud, but you guys don't communicate no more?
Yeah. And if you try to do a verbal command to your watch, it'll get superseded and get picked up in the living room.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm trying to talk to my damn watch, or I'm trying to talk to my phone. Why won't you let me put the stuff where I want it?
Let's do that.
You're tech
So
guys. You should
it
have
is-
figured that fist crap out. We're going to jump in real quick.
That's our job.
So YouTube, you figured out the Asus 690 Hero motherboards
Yeah.
melted down due to a backward capacitor.
I got a different
Now this
take
is
on this one.
this is a deep dive for most of us, and we don't really have a lot of time with it. But these Asus boards were burning up because they put the freaking capacitors on back.
Some of them were put in backwards.
Well, and and the ones
and
that
so you could tell they were upside down, right side up. And that's where somebody spotted it out on the web. Okay, one of these tech gurus out there, and he spotted it, and then it's like, hey, this looks like this, and then Asus came back and said, it does appear that the capacitors have been installed upside down, and that will result in a meltdown of da 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 da.
It does appear.
And
You get a free
here's the
board.
thing. Here's the thing. You know darn well it was not this person who discovered it. They knew what it was, and they looked at it and they goes, "Oh, okay, not all of them went out bad, so we're not going to tell anybody."
Some of them, but it's okay.
And so how many are we're going to have to repair or return or whatever? And so they do a cost analysis of this. I mean, we learned all about this in Fight Club. Okay, they do the cost
Right.
analysis on the recall, and they go, just zip it. We're going to pretend it didn't happen.
You know what?
And go fix it.
There's so many people that are going to build the computer wrong and ground out the case anyways, and we'll just claim that they screwed it up, or they're going to bend the pins on the motherboard. So it's their
Exactly.
fault, not our fault.
Exactly.
Because they're going to start there and wonder why their computer's not turning on. They're going to start messing with everything. They're going to make something break, and then it goes away.
Yep. Exactly. So
So if you have
There
that
you have it.
motherboard,
There we
that's
have
what
it.
the problem is.
That's the
Double check.
problem is.
See ya.
Tell Asus, go say, hey, I need a new board.
John,
Huh?
it's time.
It is time. So you know what? Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. If you got anything you want us to watch or see or talk about, TechShamans at WeBeamTV.com. We'll see everybody next week. Have a techie week.
Bye, everybody.
We got the plans 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. We understand 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.